Yeah.
We may never hear from him again.
Yeah.
Who knows? But to kind of transition a little bit, because it's a snitch kind of conversation. Goddamn. 50 Cent made some crazy allegations about our man Jim Jones. Now, earlier last week, Tekashi 6ix9ine said some shit about Jim Jones in court on the stand, which was wild, among other names, Cardi B, Casanova, Trippie Redd. And then it comes out, or 50 Cent puts out, that Jim Jones was a part of that paperwork with 6ix9ine. Now, go ahead. You go ahead and elaborate on that, man.
No. I mean, well, pretty much 50 Cent, he put up an article, you know, from doing my research. I don't think the article is real. That's why 50 Cent later removed this from his Instagram. But it read this. It said, rapper Jim Jones is listed as a federal informant in court documents in the case against Tekashi. He says in the original court documents, they were previously released online. The conversation between individual Jim Jones is listed as cooperating with the federal agents in a conversation with Jamil Mel Murder Jones, which would explain why Jim has been able to have such a lengthy criminal record and avoid prison time. He says, if you recall, earlier this year, Jim Jones dodged jail time in the drug and gun case. Now, 50 Cent put under this particular article, which we found out wasn't real. He put, oh shit. So that's why they ain't pulling him in, Say it ain't so, Jimmy. And once again, this was posted and it's still up on the Shade Room, which they were just reposting what 50 Cent reposted on their site. But again, once 50 Cent removed this, we did our research to see if we can find, you know, Jim Jones listed as an informant on the paperwork, and we couldn't find it. So 50 Cent was just trolling again, it looks like, or he found out that it was wrong and pulled it down, because this article was circulating throughout the internet. A few people, internet personalities, YouTube guys, did their little 1-2s on it last night and everything. But from our research, it's not real. We don't see Jim Jones listed as a federal informant anywhere on that Tekashi paperwork at all.
It's the dangers of this shit, man. And this is, and if 50 obviously knows, but this is the power on it, when he drops something like this, whether it's real or not, or even whether like, and this is where I disagree with a lot of the social media shit that goes on, whether you thought it was real or not. If you are cool with him in any way, whether you're playing fake or whatever,
right,
hit him up. Why put that shit out there for millions to see, to speculate on, if even you just guessing? That's a real dangerous thing. And we know he don't play that shit. Ain't nobody doing that to him.
Yeah, he gonna sue you.
You know what I'm saying? Right. S word. Don't say that around. He don't play that game. You know what I mean? So I think that he kind of, his better judgment took over. We haven't seen anything. You just did some real extensive research. We've done extensive research over the weekend, because we've seen this over the weekend, but it was a reason why we didn't post it, because we had to make sure it was real.
Right.
And I think Jim Jones is dealing with enough just having his name out here with this wild shit. He was not the only one not brought in. None of them were brought in. So slow and accurate.
Right. And it's, you know, it could be whatever reason why people are not brought in. We're not the Fed. I don't know.
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, you know,
nor do I want to.
No, nor do I want to. I don't wish it.
None of my business.
You don't want nobody, but we understand, you know, that these guys live a particular lifestyle and that's what they do. And I'm just not involved in it, so I don't understand it that way. So
do you think it'll be damaging? Because we heard the audio. We didn't post the audio, but we heard it.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll damage Jim Jones in any way?
No, I think it could if they wanted to. They could obviously, you know, pursue what they want to pursue. But I think that is one of those things where they caught their big fish. Unless he done some other things we don't know about. Maybe they found out he was involved more than we thought, maybe. But the fact that they didn't bring him in now, I don't think that he'll be facing any kind of, you know, criminal charges or anything, you know, for this thing. I think they got the fish that they want. Yeah,
just unnecessary and unwanted fucking attention, I think, is what this is bringing to the entertainment, the rappers that were brought up on the stand by Tekashi, Daniel Hernandez, 6ix9ine, man.
What do you take it at, though? Him just, you know, calling everybody's name out. People don't even have to, you know, anything really to do with it, but he's making sure that he's putting people's name, Cardi B, Trippie, all these people. He's making sure that he's letting people know, like, all right, this person's affiliated with this, that, and the third. Well, how do you feel about that?
It kind of just shows me how wet behind the ears he really was, and how much of a persona they had to put on for him to be successful. The tattoos, the trolling to everybody. And he had a slick talking mouth. He was one of them kind of kids that, you know, you could beat his fucking ass, but he may be able to out-talk you.
Right.
He's going to piss you off before you piss him off. We've known those kind of kids forever. So they seen something. And when the things got hot, he went right back to that kid in the store bagging groceries who really didn't want no smoke. He went right back to it. And you can't blame him for it, but you can blame him for it because he put hits out on people.
He
lived this shit for real. He didn't just play Wild Wild West for Instagram. He did this for real.
And that's the part where these bitch ass motherfuckers that want to come on, Instagram and defend this guy, it gets on my nerves because this dude, fuck what they did. He was in that element. I don't care if they fucked his baby mom. I don't care if they fucking kidnapped. I don't give a fuck what they did, nigga. You called hit out on people in broad daylight. You called a hit out on Trippie Redd in broad daylight. You put the head out on Chief Keef. You was in this shit 100%. When you got cracked, you squealed like a fucking pig. Period, man.
Period.
So don't try to make, this little kid, they did all this and that. What about those other people's life that motherfucker put in danger?
Man, look.
Nobody want to say nothing about that.
Go ahead and dye your hair and listen to his 10 hits and reminisce on the good old days. The fact is, this young boy played some real men games that 90% of motherfuckers ain't built for, ain't ready for. And the motherfucking 10% that are out here in this country and in this world rather not be in this shit. So There's nothing to glorify about this situation. The fact of the matter is he did some grown man shit. He deserves grown man consequences. He's out here squealing, which is completely against that code. He deserves everything that's coming to him as far as all the fucking backlash, criticism. Y'all can kiss my ass if you're fans or not. Real recognizes real. Y'all probably do the same fucking thing. It is what it is.
And they're trying to like, they got this dude like so secure, man. They bringing this guy in through secret tunnels. Like, people want this dude for what he did. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, y'all crazy out there, man, for saying he's justified. Fuck no.
And that's just not 6ix9ine. That's anybody out there. If Bobby Smurder, who was a great example right now of a kid that you don't do what he did, and he'll tell you that. Don't go out here running how he was running, being that wild gremlin that he was being, and get caught up in the situation. But when it was between him and his friend doing time, and everybody give his friend more time or another, he took the shit on the chin. Yes, sir. You said, you know what? That's my brother. We did dirt together. Yep. We got to do this shit together. And this is why he'll be able to walk freely in his city. Yeah. And be able to go to sleep at night. Yep. And should he have learned from his mistakes? Hell yeah. And hopefully that young brother has. I can't wait to see him get out and further his career if he has one out here, if he wants to do so. But that's what you do.
And the thing is, like, shit, who knows? Maybe they could have beat this shit if he would have stood up. Who knows? I mean, it's a fake case. A lot of people were saying Tekashi probably fuck around and beat the case, but he was so much of a bitch that as soon as he got in custody, started ratting. Second day, god damn. They probably didn't even interrogate him yet. God damn.
They put him in the car and was like, I'll tell you anything you want. Just get me out of here.
Yeah.
He's in the car driving there. I'll tell you what the fuck y'all need. I'll tell you XYZ right now. And they're like, hold on. Got to write this down.
Yep.
Now they call us, I guarantee you gonna hear this. Oh, y'all was snitch. Oh, you were this, you were that. Listen,
it's easy to say what somebody would do.
Exactly.
Right. What somebody's doing, he's ratting.
Exactly. And I'm not in that motherfucking lifestyle. I chose a different path.
Right.
Not in this conversation.
Right.
But if I was doing dirt, like we were doing with kids,
we just doing
in high school, doing whatever we do. If it ever came down with somebody was nobody's talking.
Yeah, I just like, man, fuck it. Whatever. I mean, deal with the lawyer and we'll talk later.
Exactly.
It is what it is. But, it's hypothetical because we can say all day, you would do it. But we know your rainbow color man is ratting like a fucking pig, like a rat that he is. And his life is in danger, not ours.
Started GoFundMe to get them tattoos removed, man. We ain't want to hate on the kid. Wanted to see him win. But he played a grown man game. We got to pay grown man consequences.
And that is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
But you're tuned into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, the most thoroughest, the most unpredictable hip hop podcast out there. If you want to get the hip hop news, the rawest way, the realest way, make sure you tune into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast and make sure you hit that 5-star rating. Now, Charlemagne, the godsend, man, it's a story going around on the internet about Charlemagne, man. We definitely got to speak about this one.
Yeah, man. I read it I seen the headline, a couple times, and I was about to go past it. Like, nah, this is some it's kind of chatty patty shit. This ain't for our lane today. But then I read it and I was like, nah, we definitely talking about this. So during the weekend, him and Envy were out in Las Vegas doing an iHeart Music Festival, and Miley Cyrus was performing. One of the reasons why I didn't give a damn about the conversation because I don't follow her, I don't know anything about it. But apparently when they were going in the building, her security made a whole big deal like it was the president or something like that. Charlemagne and Envy really didn't like that. So he threw shade during the pre-show saying that Miley used to be black, but she stopped being black once it stopped being profitable. Now, obviously, he threw some cannons Miley Cyrus's way that got back to her fans, who got upset. Then that eventually got back to her manager. Her manager took exception to this, and approached Charlemagne. Charlemagne tried to shake his hand, and then the two got into it. Now, after confirming that the gentleman was Miley Cyrus's manager, Charlemagne claimed that Miley was acting like a diva. Her manager insisted that she's the most humble person in the world. And in the midst of the conversation or the rant, people would say, her manager said something crazy to Charlemagne, which prompted Charlemagne to say, man, get your white ass away from me. I'll slap the shit out of you. And then her manager called him a racist. Oh, God, what you thought about this?
Man, where's the petition to get rid of Charlemagne? He's a racist. Nah. I can see, it's one of those things where if it would have been the other way around, if somebody would have said, get your black ass out of here, I think that, it'll be a thing that, people will try to definitely, flip it. It definitely was saying they were racist, period. We know that for a fact, but I don't think it's the case here. Me personally, I don't know why Charlemagne, used those choice of words, because his history and the way he does his commentary, people are automatically going to go there with him because he toes the line so much. He talks about a lot of the race issues on the Breakfast Club. So for him to say that statement, if he said it, because right now it's just alleged, we weren't there, we don't know. But if he said that, I mean, I could see how they could want to twist it and finagle that around. But I know Charlemagne, not personally, but I've been following him since he's been before the Breakfast Club, and I hear him and I hear his perspective. I don't think he's a racist. But I think he definitely, if that's true, you'll choose a bad choice of words. But I do agree with what he said about Miley Cyrus, though. Definitely, 100%.
Charlemagne the God, in my opinion, is not a racist. But Charlemagne the God in this situation used a poor choice of words, giving his notoriety, his celebrity, and knowing how they were going to spin this. He was just, I don't want to say he was too black in the moment, but he got too comfortable in the way he was about to go ahead and approach it. Now, that being said, he should also know that a lot of them people in that they like to play victim. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it. So the second you say something where they can go, oh, he did this, but what the fuck did you say to prompt him to say that? And we'll never know about that because victims never tell. They just automatically point fingers and act like a victim. They play that role real well. Go ahead.
Now, who's saying it? The guy saying he said it, pretty much.
People were there. I guess the sources said it.
Okay.
It is still alleged, but her manager insisted that. Let me see who said it. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was people around.
Yeah, but we'll see. Because the thing is, definitely want to hear what Charlemagne is going to, say about this. He may deny that he said it. Now, if he does say that he said it, again, what we said, they're going to spin it, they're going to twist it in any which way they could. So hopefully, if nobody has it recorded or anything like that, he would just deny it and say, look, I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Charlemagne didn't say that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm trying to find some video. Apparently it was some video out here. I don't see it right off the jump, but we will look some more into that. But that being said, man, now I hope that it's not out there for him to say either. But if he did, slap on the wrist. It is what it is. Yeah. It would get spun. Yeah. So I'm not going to condone it, even though I might have said something similar too. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Are we giving Charlemagne too much of a pass because he's the powers that be and he paid for this podcast, though, God? Because some people like jokes and shit like that are going to start coming out.
Chokes.
And being in our comment section. Chokes. All in the comment section.
Yeah, man.
Comment because we mentioned Charlemagne's name, even though you mentioned Jay-Z's name.
Nah, I mean, yeah, but I don't.
Fucking time.
But I don't have. We don't have. Nobody's blackballing us. I don't have no personal vendettas against nobody in this industry because they didn't do something for me. I don't got time for that. We do our own thing over here. We're not going to beg for a job at one of these bigger stations. No, we do our own thing. So I'm not invested in it that deep. But these people are crazy with that shit, man. Charlemagne, if he said it, he's gonna have to deal with the repercussions and the consequences of that. Just like he has dealt with stuff before. But giving him a pass, hell no. If he said it, I would say that he's wrong for saying it. You know what I mean? Because you shouldn't say that about other people. Because I don't like it when people. I won't like it if somebody from another race would call me a black ass or say you're black ass. Because it'll be the whole connotation will be just negative. Yep. There's no way you can spin it. So I would disagree with him using that. Those choice of words. But I wasn't there, and I can't vouch for him saying it or not saying it. So I just don't know. But yeah, as far as us, protecting him. No, I think we just need to get more information. If he said it, he needs to apologize and move on. Period.
I only asked you that question to get a couple more minutes out of you. I like that, man. I was honestly trying to find a video while we were doing it, but I haven't seen the video. I see something that they talked about on the Breakfast Club that's 17 minutes long, and we don't got time to cut through that right now. So if you have seen it, y'all let us know in the comment section right now. If it's alleged, if it is true, whatever the case may be, Charlemagne, better choice of words, brother.
Yeah, he's pretty much been keeping himself under the radar lately, man. So I wonder though, Sam, man, do you know what happened to that HBO show. I think it was called The Gray Area, I think. What's up with that? I ain't heard no more about that, man.
I mean, let's keep it 100. Right after those allegations started surfacing, I think it might have been, I don't know if it was this time last year or around this time.
Yeah.
That kind of started going away, and it was a threat going around that it could possibly go away because of these allegations. And then the allegations got swept under the rug because it was proven that he was innocent in the situation, and nothing was ever heard about it again. Now, we seen Deuce Amaro, his boys that used to work with Vice, they went over there to Showtime, and they took their little couple of months off and then got busy, and they over there rocking. And that was, they deal was before, and you know what I mean, well before or well after, Charlemagne. So I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's Axe, bro. I don't know. Yeah,
we have to see. I mean, it's not a lot of information that came out, but not like he needed it. But I mean, it would have been a dope, I think. I think, he would definitely get more opportunities, definitely.
Yeah. Just to have a break in the show. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, man, because we interviewed Reggie Wright.
Yeah.
Friday, and it was a great interview, but we're getting a little bit of backlash
from being a cop,
interviewing a cop, man.
And a lot of also people were saying that Boosie's a thorough dude.
Fact.
Why you let him? But my thing is, we just the platform, just like all these other platforms that post or have interviews. We're just asking the questions and we post it. It's not like we're invested in it and we feel the same way about Boosie. I don't know the motherfucker, but if somebody comes on a platform and talks about him, we put the video up, just like when Kenyatta Griggs talked about Nipsey, we put that up, or whoever else. TK Kirkland talked about Kevin Hart, we put that up. We're not invested, in it like that. Now, the fact that he was a former police officer, I get it. People have their reservations about it, but again, we're not, you're not a business partner. We ain't doing nothing like that with him. It's just an interview, period. That's it.
Y'all don't, I mean, just like Vlad would do, or the Breakfast Club would do, or anything else.
Right.
We treat our platform very professionally, and we're going to have people on here to have dialogue and discussion with them, point blank, period.
Right.
Y'all got to understand that. I mean, he was a cop, but he was also the former bodyguard in Death Row Records.
Right.
That has stories that, one, not only do you motherfuckers want to hear, that we want to hear. And for the people that's out here giving us flack about Bootsy, first off, nothing but respect for Bootsy. But that man came on our platform and apologized to Bootsy. He didn't talk shit. He talked shit on his own platform. That got a lot of attention, which made us have the conversation of, yo, you talk some shit about Bootsy. Give us some context, and did you mean it? So what you mad at us for? For giving you a fucking good interview and having a good conversation and getting down to the things that y'all want to talk about? Everybody complaining. You talked about some bitch-ass nigga that was complaining on IG. Right. Go get a job. Go do this.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, go get a EIN number.
Right.
Go look that up.
Right. Niggas just be hating, man, out there. It is what it is.
Still got love for you. Keep watching.
Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, man, the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast approaching number 40 minutes, episode 233. Today, we hope you enjoyed the full podcast today, family. Make sure y'all hit that 5-star rating today, fam. And also make sure you subscribe to the podcast and make sure you get all future podcasts. We drop about 4 a week over here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, and we cover a lot of different topics in the hip hop, sports, politics arena. So make sure you hit that button for us, definitely.
Entering that fourth quarter, man. I'm in the music business. I love music. I hate the business, but around this time, we always ended the fourth quarter, September, October, November, December. And right around this time, it seems like the podcast always turns up going into the new year, man. Very excited. You guys stay tuned for all the new updates coming your way from the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We got a number of interviews coming your way. We might have one this week, might have two this week. You never know.
Yeah.
Gonna have a new set coming your way real soon, looking at some things and some situations, man. Things are going well. Y'all keep grinding with us, keep rising with us, and we're gonna keep delivering nonstop, great, unadulterated, raw, real content at the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Man, you already know.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, that's it, man. Another episode. We'll be here tomorrow, getting it in once again. We love y'all. Have a good night. Peace.